We should say good morning.
We should announce it like it's a morning radio show.
Yeah.
But we're the only ones who listen to it.
Welcome to another episode of BowDivas. I'm Julie, and I'm here with Barb and Annalicia.
Hello, everybody.
Glad to see everybody again and be back in the dojo to record.
Yep, we are here. What are we doing today, Julie?
Well, Barb, I'm glad you asked. All right, what we decided to do is something a little bit different, and we are randomly contacting some of our friends, some of our archery friends, and seeing if they will do an on-the-spot interview. So we have somebody pretty cool on the line, and I'm going to unmute her, and we're going to have a little talk with her and find out what's going on in her life. Bailey Smith, are you there?
I am here.
Hi, Bailey.
Hi, Bailey.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Just shooting some arrows.
Yeah.
I know. We made you put down the bow and actually pick up the phone to talk to us, didn't we?
Actually, you were
Yeah,
working
it's
on a
horrible.
bow, weren't you? Were you working on it or were
Yeah.
you shooting it?
I'm doing both. It's a new one.
Oh, tell us about it.
Well, let's first let's tell
Hold it.
like
First
people
things
who don't know
first.
who Bailey is. Where are you from?
I am from Webb City, Missouri, which is by Joplin. I'm 19, going to college,
She's a baby.
working at a bow shop.
What college
That's
are you
about
going
it.
to? What college are you going to?
Missouri Southern State University in Joplin,
Good
Missouri.
for you.
Thank you.
What are you majoring in?
Conservation biology.
Oh,
to be a
cool.
teacher. Yeah.
Very
Or a
cool.
conservation agent. So
Right.
we'll see.
Good. You can
I
do
like it.
both.
Yeah, I can, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
You go, girl. So now that we know a little bit about you,
Yes.
We want to know about your new bow.
that's right.
What is this
All
new
right.
bow?
Yeah, tell us about it.
I've been keeping it a secret. So
Oh,
this is a big
no.
deal.
Is this your debut?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I've been shooting Hoyt. I started with a Hoyt when I was 16, so like 3 years ago, and I decided I want to start shooting a Bowtech.
Oh.
So I'm setting up a
Oh.
Bowtech Fanatic 2.0,
Wow.
and that's what I'll be shooting now. So
What
excited about it.
what made you decide you wanted to shoot a Bowtech?
Well,
Or
my
is it-
friend Jessie, she has one, and she's been letting me shoot it, and I just love it. It's very accurate, and the draw on it is amazing. So that's what I'm going to do this year, shoot a Bowtech, see how it goes.
So now instead of kicking everybody's butt with a Hoyt, you're going to kick everybody's butt with a Bowtech.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I have every confidence in you that you're going to keep tearing it up.
I hope so.
I'm sure you will.
They're very similar, so I'm not too worried about getting used to it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty comfortable with it.
How
So,
long
see.
ago did you get it? Just this week or?
Yeah, it's been about a week, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So
Well, this podcast
You know.
doesn't come out like right away, so you can still keep it somewhat of a secret. But at least by next Wednesday.
okay, good.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
or a
post
couple
picture
Actually,
on
it'll be a-
Facebook.
Yeah, I think it'll be a couple of weeks before we drop the news to everybody.
We'll let you
Right.
know so that.
Right. We won't out you yet.
Yeah, we won't.
right.
We won't put you on blast.
Thank you. Thank you.
So so that just kind of raises another question. I know around here, when anybody changes a bow, it like becomes a huge deal, and everybody talks about it for a couple weeks, like almost like you got divorced and remarried.
Right.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
I know.
that.
You
Is
are
that big a
water
deal.
cooler
So
worthy.
is that what's going on down there? Like, does everybody know yet, or have you been keeping it a secret?
Oh,
Or
No, I think about 3 people know,
3?
and that's not including my mom, which is crazy.
Oh my God!
Word
I
will travel
actually-
fast.
Yeah, I've been playing with Jessie's bow, and I just ordered one for myself today. So
Okay.
I haven't even told the mom.
Oh, no.
it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Mom seems very supportive, so I think it'll all be fine.
Oh, she is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's helpful, and I wouldn't be able to do without her.
Is this your first year doing 3D, or have you been doing 3D for a while?
This is my first year doing ASA,
ASA.
but I've been shooting local 3Ds ever since I started. So
why don't you
it's not totally new, but it's different.
Well, give us some background on that. How did you get started in archery?
Well, my brother, he had a bow in his closet that was just, youth kid bow, Walmart bow pretty much. And I just one day decided to start shooting it. And ever since then, I haven't stopped. So, I think it was a few months later, I came to Hideaway Archery in Carthage. And I started going to 3D shoots, and I eventually got a Hoyt shooter bow from Hideaway, and that's pretty much where I started getting competitive with it.
What age
started
was
shooting
that?
a lot.
What age?
16,
Oh,
I think it was.
Okay.
So you've been at
15 or
this
16?
about 3 years then, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, 3 years. I started in October, I think it was,
Wow.
2012.
Okay.
So, yep.
Well, you've
Yeah,
really been lighting some things up lately. Didn't you take first at the Kansas City shootout? Were you first in Iowa?
Yes. First at Iowa. Second at sectionals.
And first at nationals.
Yeah. Yep, nationals.
You've
I was
stood
able
on
to win
the
nationals.
Yeah, you stood on a lot of podiums this year.
Yeah, and then you go to ASA
It's
and
been a
you've
good year.
podiumed there
Yeah,
too.
great
Right.
year.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
And then you're changing bows too. That's incredible.
Uh-huh.
And going to college.
Yeah,
And working.
yeah.
And you
Yeah,
make
we're-
and
yeah.
you really are kind of on the forefront of like the youth archers. I've noticed that you've posted some really creative videos, some fast forwards of you packing. I mean, that is all like very interesting stuff, especially for the new up and comer young ladies. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you're
yeah.
up to date on all the
Social media.
social media. Yeah, I mean, and the way she does it is very intriguing. Keeps people
I'm going to have to send
interested.
her I haven't seen her Facebook.
Oh yeah, she's got some really cute stuff. I like it.
I'm going to have to stalk you here right now while we're on this call. Even.
Hey, that's fine. I don't
Yeah.
take very many selfies or anything, so don't worry about that.
No, thank goodness.
Yeah. I'm not a selfie girl.
Right. Maybe he wanted to
I'm
talk.
going to have to change my profile picture, and that's my favorite profile picture ever.
Oh.
That's, yeah. It's like, since I'm switching from Hoyt, I have to change my whole lifestyle now.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's definitely a new boyfriend.
Yes, it's like I'm breaking up with my boyfriend.
Yes,
There
you
you
have
go.
to go through and delete all the boyfriend pictures.
and even
Oh, no.
And get rid of all the clothes.
like all the shirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
the shirts are a
I
big
know.
deal.
Yeah,
I have a lot of Hoyt clothes.
right.
Hoyt will always be a special place in my heart, though.
Yeah, don't get rid of
Got
it.
me far.
Put it up in a box at the top of your closet and put hearts on it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's part of your life. Give it to your mom to keep track of, so your new
Oh,
boyfriend
yeah.
doesn't notice.
Okay, I
Good
found your
idea.
profile picture. That is a great picture.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You could
I like it.
do a similar picture, just change the bow out.
Yeah.
It's very Olympic
yeah.
type looking or something like
Yeah.
look at that.
It's very well done.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Uh-huh.
you look like an Olympiad.
That's what I'm saying. Her stuff is very
good.
like in style, like very hipster.
Yeah, see, there's the picture, Julie.
I like
Yeah, it's very neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad they can't see it on here. We'll post a picture of you on our Facebook page.
So,
All right.
so did you do that in like did you have a shoot, or did you just have a white backdrop? Somebody took some photos of you?
I set my iPhone up on this makeshift tripod, and then the range is painted white, and then I pretty much just took a picture of myself. Well, actually, I was videoing myself, and
Snapchat.
I was watching the video. I was like, "Oh, that's a cool picture," so I screenshotted it.
There you go.
Okay.
Did a little editing. So, yeah.
Well, I know that you'll come out with a cuter one. With
I
with
hope.
your new boyfriend.
With my new
With her
boyfriend.
new boyfriend, Bowtech.
So
Oh, yeah.
do you have a boyfriend, or does the archery take up too much time?
Oh, I'm single.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of
The
guys
bow
out there that
just
want to know
takes up
that.
too much time.
Yeah.
I just don't have enough time to text the boys.
Right.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Too busy shooting.
That's right.
You'll probably get a boyfriend, and he'll be like, "You just don't have time for me."
You're gonna go shoot your bow again?
We never get to get them all.
You're hunting? Come on.
Hey, that's why I'm gonna find an archery boyfriend.
Of
That's a
course.
good idea.
Of course, there is no other kind of boyfriend.
No, there's not. It just won't work out.
No.
All right, so you're switching to bow tech. Are you switching any of your other gear, or are you keeping all of that the same? Talk about, your sight, stabilizers, release. We want to know all the gadgety stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, in my opinion, I shoot the best equipment out there. I shoot an Excel Achieve, which I love. It's really precise and really tough. I shoot a Shrewd scope with a back shade and front shade, so it's, really shaded.
Right.
I got Easton Contours, which if you haven't seen those, they're different than just a regular stabilizer.
I have them too. They look like a baseball bat.
Yeah, like a long, skinny baseball
yes,
bat.
exactly. They look like softball bats.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
everybody tells me that. I'm really insecure about them, but they're awesome.
Have you seen the new ones with the white painted on them?
Oh yeah,
They're a little
Contour
bit
TS.
stiffer. Yeah, my husband has those, so I got his old contours.
There you go.
Yep. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you're fine. And then I shoot an AAE Pro Blade for just about everything besides hunting, and I love that because it's so simple. The only thing that could go wrong with it is the blade breaking, and I always have a backup blade. And I shoot a 20-degree downward angle on the front stabilizer.
Okay.
That's something new. That's new for me, and I loved it on my Hoyt bow, and it just gives you a different aiming pattern than just a straight. So I'm going to try it on the Bowtech, see how it does. Maybe a little bit different, but
Do you have a back bar too?
I'll see. Oh yeah, I use a back bar.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have that pretty level and pretty close to the string.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how I like it, but things may change with the Bowtech. We'll see.
Do you shoot a clarifier?
I shoot an aperture, which it's a really small hole in the peep. I don't really know what the size of it is. I forgot because I change it from indoor to outdoor, but it's a small one to fit right around the housing. It's really accurate.
I'm guessing you probably don't have a clarifier because you have young eyes and you can still see things really clearly as opposed to us old gals.
I shoot a 4-power lens, so I don't need one, and I've heard that it's more accurate just to have one lens. I mean, that's what I think Rio says that. So I just go with the aperture, the small aperture.
Now, you mentioned that it has a different holding pattern with your
Angle.
down
right.
angle stabilizer.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the differences in the holding pattern with a straight front bar and the down angle?
Yeah. Well, you have to, it seems like because at first when I tried it, I didn't really know a difference. But then I got my bow holding really good with the straight. And then one day I decided to try the downward angle. And it made it aim better, which to me, aiming better means it holds in the middle better. It doesn't hang low or hang to the left or right.
Right.
And I just think it just holds better for me, and I think it has to do, I'm not really sure, but I think it has to do with where your knocking point is set and maybe your draw length for how it'll work from person to person. But I'm still learning about it because I don't fully understand it.
Right. Why that down angle for some people works better.
Yeah.
You're saying might be different for people with different draw lengths and
where you set your knock point,
right.
maybe. I'm not for sure, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It just hangs the weight lower.
How much weight do you run out on the end of it? Do you run a lot of weight?
Not No, I only usually it's 2, but sometimes
2 ounces.
3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you run on the back?
I don't put a lot of weight. It's about 10.
Okay.
It changes though,
Right. Right.
I don't do a lot of weight because I found when I put a lot of weight on it, it just makes me fight the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just better to have lighter weight where it just holds in the middle and you just execute your shot.
Right.
Exactly.
How many pounds are you pulling?
With my 2 Hoyt bows, I was pulling 40, but with this bow tech, I'll be pulling 50 for 3D.
Wow.
But I'll go back. Yeah, I'll go to 40 for indoor though.
Indoor.
And what's your draw length?
25 inches on
Okay.
the mark.
On the
Dead
mark.
on.
What arrows are,
Yeah.
or what kind of, like, okay, and I'm sorry, you said for outdoor, for 3D, what's your draw weight again?
It's gonna be 50 with the bow tech.
Okay.
But with my silver Hoyt Nitrum, I was shooting 40.
Okay. Even for 3D?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Even for 3D.
What kind of speed,
Yeah.
what kind of arrows were you using?
I'm using for 3D this year. I'm using the Carbon Ion 600 spine, which is a skinny arrow, which
Mhm.
surprises people. But when you get an arrow to spine correctly for your bow,
Mm-hmm.
they just group so much better, and I think in the end it helps me
Mm-hmm.
compared to a larger shaft. So, just my opinion, but
So are you all self-taught on your bow and all your equipment? Do you self-teach yourself, or you have somebody helping you?
I have people that help me. Because it seems like everybody is different.
Right.
They think one way. You know how it is.
Right.
And I take everybody's advice and
Then
I
do whatever
test
you want.
it. Yes, exactly.
Smile and nod
yeah, you're
and do
pretty
what
much-
you think's going to work for you.
yeah. What I find works for me.
I do the
Right.
same thing. I kind
Yeah,
of
and I
test
think that's
out
smart.
the ideas that they give me. I sort of test them out, and if they just don't work for me, then I just move on. Or I
Yeah,
may
you
do a
move on.
vamped
Mm-hmm.
thing of it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Are you carrying a full load? I'm going off on a tangent, kind of circling back. Are you carrying a full load of classes for school?
I've been taking 12 hours
Okay.
each semester.
Yeah.
That's a
So that's
full
a pretty
schedule.
full schedule, right?
Yeah.
Look at you. And then how many
Yeah.
hours a week are you working at the shop?
Well, I'm here every day. It's every day, but when I'm not at school and when he's closed, I'm not here.
Okay.
So I'm here
Constantly.
pretty
So
much
basically,
all-
you
yeah.
live there. Do you eat dinner there?
live I sometimes do.
Yeah.
I usually eat out here. I'm out here a lot.
But if it's your
We'll just say that.
passion, yeah, if it's your passion, you don't mind it as much.
Oh no,
That's what I feel
the
like.
days go by really quick
Right.
because it's fun.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty lucky,
Well, that's
pretty
good.
fortunate.
What is the craziest thing that you've run into in your archery days so far? You know, you've only been at it a few years, but do you have a crazy story that you can share with us, or something weird that has happened?
Okay, the first thing I've thought of, well, gosh, that's a hard question. Well, one day I was hunting, and these really scary guys. I was bow hunting, so this has to do with archery. These really scary guys, like, were walking through the woods, shooting their pistols in every which direction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really scary and crazy. And so I called my dad, and he comes out there and like, "Why are you guys shooting at my daughter?" And they're like, "Oh, we thought that car was trespassing." And so, yeah, like I was about to shoot someone with my bow.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
even joking.
Yeah.
That was probably the craziest thing.
It was this
Never
past
will
deer
forget that.
season, or is that what happened? Was
Yeah,
it-
I think it was opening day of this. Yeah, it was really
Oh my
scary.
goodness.
And were you on your property or public?
Well, we were on our friend's property.
Which
Okay.
you had
So-
permission to be on. Okay.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
had permission.
And
They
the-
just didn't know, I guess.
Oh, but these guys, were they trespassing or did they have permission to be there?
They were the landowner. She's an older lady, and they were her grandchildren or something like that.
But what were they
So they just
shooting
didn't know.
at? Like they were just
know.
randomly shooting at stuff?
Randomly shooting, and I was like really scared.
Okay, so
I know how to shoot someone.
any of our listeners, this is not the way to behave.
In the
Right.
woods.
In
That's
the
right.
woods.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have a concealed carry permit.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what about hunting? You were out hunting. How long have you hunted? And it doesn't just have to be bow hunting if you've rifle hunted. And what kind of critters have you hunted for?
Well, I've been hunting since 2013, so 2 years? No, I've been hunting for 3 seasons. I know that.
Okay.
Here, hunting deer. The first year I hunted, I killed a spike buck, all on my own, which I was pretty proud about that.
That's
Yeah.
so neat.
All by myself. I was sitting on the ground. He was 50 yards, and I didn't know that that's too far to shoot deer, but I shot him, and he just dropped and died. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, let me interrupt right there. Now, you live in an area or hunt in an area that doesn't have antler restrictions, or you do?
No, we do not. Not in
Okay.
Jasper.
Okay. All right. Just wanting to clarify that because I can just
Just
hear
like-
somebody, having a fit about that. So, about you shooting a
Oh, I
spike.
know.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
We don't have it in
Yeah.
Kansas.
We do in Missouri.
We do,
Certain
yeah.
places in Missouri have antler restrictions where
Yeah,
you
we
have to have
4 on one
four
side.
on one side and
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know that law.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Jasper's good.
But when
So
you're
I've
first
killed,
bow hunting, and you got something in front of you, you kill it because you're so
Yeah.
you're like, I want to get something down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that was my first time ever hunting. I've never rifle hunted. I've always hunted with my bow.
Wow.
And I mean, that was my first season and my first deer I've ever seen like up close. So
Wow.
went-
You're
for it.
one lucky ducky. Let me tell
I
you.
know.
I know.
I've been
I
out
am.
year after year, hour after hour, and still haven't got one.
Mhm. So, what did you do before 2013? What was your life like pre-archery?
Well, I played a lot of softball. Softball was probably my number one thing at that time. I played a little basketball in high school too, but softball was my main thing. Pretty fun. I played on the high school team and the local
Okay.
stuff.
So,
Yep.
pretty much that was your life before you picked up a bow.
Oh yeah.
So,
Pretty much.
would you say picking up that bow and starting to shoot was the thing that sparked your interest in hunting then, or had you been interested
Yeah.
before then and didn't really have the opportunity?
No, I think picking up a bow is what got me interested into hunting. Just because that's what everybody was doing. I
So,
wanted to try it. And I
so
love
your
nature,
dad
you
and
know?
your brother, they hunt too?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
My brother shoots recurve, so he hasn't killed anything yet, but
I'm sure he loves you.
I know he does.
And had they always hunted, or have they just recently picked that up?
No, my dad's always hunted. He's like gone to Colorado for elk and mule deer before, but I've just never done it.
Okay. So once
Yeah.
you decided you were going to do it, you were just off like wildfire with your hunting
Oh, yeah.
and competition and working on bows. And I mean, goodness sakes, girl.
I know. You're really impressive.
I
She's got quite the
got to
career
it.
in that 3 years.
I
She
know.
does.
Put a lot of time into
We're like-
it, you know.
Like
Yeah.
everybody else is an underachiever now at this point, Bailey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I always like to ask a question. In your quiver, do you have anything in your quiver that is unique or stands out where it's individual to you?
No, I actually don't.
You
But
don't?
I do have something special. On every bow I get, I put Philippians 4:13,
Okay.
which is I can do all things through Him who gives me strength.
That's cool.
So I guess that's my good luck charm.
There you
Now,
go.
what do? You put it on a little piece of paper and tape it somewhere to the bow? Is that what you're saying? Or
No, I use a paint marker and write it right on
okay.
the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw
And
it.
a lot of people ask me about it, or they're like,
Cool.
"Oh, I know what that means."
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
And they do. We were sitting there waiting to go on our range in Augusta over the weekend, this past weekend, and
Yep.
somebody had asked her what it meant. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
A lot of people do, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very neat.
what about? Do you have any pet peeves in archery?
Or any pet peeves in
gosh.
general.
Well, we don't want the whole list. We don't.
well, yeah.
We don't have hours and hours now.
Give us a pet peeve.
No.
How's that?
No,
Oh.
no, like
Well,
just kind
no.
of like something that somebody does, or something that you always hear, or happens, or
Right.
something, just whatever. Or maybe you don't have any.
No, I do. One of the biggest is, no offense to these people, but the people that punch triggers, that's just kind of hard to watch for me, but just kind of, messes with your head.
Yeah.
Another one, I've been seeing this a lot lately, is people pulling their bow back without an arrow with their back tension release.
Oh,
What?
my
Freaks
goodness.
me out.
Right.
Freaks me out.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, those are probably my two.
I don't know
Top.
that I've ever seen somebody try to do that. You mean like at a tournament? Or?
Yeah, or do
Yeah,
you see it in the
I saw it at both ASAs.
Really?
Both ASAs.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
is this normal?
Yeah, they're playing with fire there.
Mm-hmm.
Asking,
yeah.
asking to blow up a bow or hurt themselves or somebody else. That could be bad
Oh
news.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely dangerous.
Right.
But
What would you like to accomplish in the future with archery? Have you set any goals or anything with yourself that you would like to share with us?
oh yeah, I set my goals, or my big goals, my long-term goals pretty high.
Uh-huh.
Someday I want to win Vegas in the women's championship class.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my biggest.
It sounds
And,
like
like,
it's doable for you. You've had
Yeah.
you've had a pretty good. You're on a good track record right now. So
Now, did you
Yeah,
go to Vegas this year?
No, I did not, but I am going to go this next year, and I'm really excited. So
Very cool.
It is an experience that you want to keep repeating.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
It is a lot
yeah,
of fun.
it looks awesome.
There's
looks
plenty of
awesome.
things to do there besides archery, but I know you'll probably just be doing archery. Where's Bailey?
Yeah,
Oh,
most
she's not on
likely.
the zip line. She's
Yeah.
in the practice
yeah,
range.
she's shooting. Again.
with her new boyfriend.
Her
Beau
bow
friend.
friend. Her bow friend. There you go.
Beau-friend.
There you go. Bailey's got a bow
That's a good
friend.
one.
Okay, so you'd like to shoot Vegas, win Vegas in the championship division. What else
Yeah.
would you like to do?
I mean, my overall is to be, if one of the best, if not the best, women's archer in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I want to raise the bar for women, like women's scores. Get them where everybody's shooting them higher, more competitive.
Right.
Not that it isn't now, but just raise the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's a good goal.
I think you did
Those are very
that
good goals.
this past weekend.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah, you shot. What did you shoot the first day? What was your score?
I shot 18 up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That
Mhm.
crazy. And then second
Yeah.
day, what did you?
Oh, second day. I only shot 4 up the second day.
Only four.
Only for what, 22 up for the weekend?
Honestly,
I
I've
mean,
been happy when I've been
oh,
4 up
you
after a
stink,
day.
man. I'm telling you.
I just could not find the 12. It was just every time the arrow would be just off
Mhm.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It was really frustrating, to be honest, and I wasn't happy with the out. I mean, I was happy with second, but I just wasn't happy with myself. Just couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I just couldn't shoot it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
I'll
that
be ready next time.
is part of the ASA game.
It is.
You can go out and shoot great form and execute,
Oh, yeah.
and your arrow still is like just out of the 12. It's maddening. I don't know
Yeah.
what causes
It's so
that.
frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, I had a day like that in Texas last year where I didn't shoot bad, but I didn't score great. I mean, I just couldn't score.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you sound like you have it very, very together. So I'm going to ask you, what does your mental game look like? You know, how do you approach the game of archery mentally, dealing with pressure and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I shoot better under pressure. Like nationals, I shot better than I really ever have before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What do you think that is? Do you
I don't-
focus more, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's I focus more. I don't slack off on my form or execution. I take every shot. I like to say I shoot a perfect shot 60 times, not 60 perfect shots.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just taking one shot at a time. You know, focus on the X and let your pin move. It doesn't matter, and just execute your shot. And it breaks and it goes in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't think about it too much. Just shoot it.
How long do you practice? I mean, what does your practice routine look like?
Well, I mean, it's really, it depends. Like if I'm working on a sight tape, I'll shoot a long time, like probably like 4 hours
Oh, wow.
in one day. But usually every day I shoot at least an hour. But I would say my average is probably 2 hours a day. And
Wow.
That's quite a bit.
if I don't have a tournament on a weekend, I try to take Sunday off just to give my muscles a break.
Mm-hmm.
So usually 5 days a week.
When you're
2 hours every day usually.
That's incredible. When you're practicing, are you? I would assume you're not just flinging arrows downrange. You know, you're working on something in particular when you're or when you're shooting those hours a day.
Yeah, and that's really important because if you're just flinging arrows for 2 hours, you're probably doing more bad than good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, usually I'll film myself shooting, and that really helps because you can see what you're doing
Right.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think practicing my execution is the biggest thing. Just making sure you're letting your pin float and just executing through the shot without putting a pause in it or any breaks in it. Just shooting the shot, focusing. Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
How do you get homework
Yeah.
done?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Listen to this. I'm trying to do the math here. 12 hours. How is she doing home? Do you sleep?
Horrible.
Do you sleep at all?
Well, I'm just sitting here
No,
like trying to take
it's
it all
horrible.
in because it's like, okay, we're talking to a 19-year-old and she has it so together, more
I
together
know.
than like a lot of 40-year-olds I know. I'm like,
Hey,
oh my goodness.
you don't need a boyfriend.
No.
I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Tell mom, no boyfriends. Don't have time
Oh,
for it. And
No
you're at the
time.
right age. You could go do a lot with your archery career.
Oh yeah.
You're doing so well now.
I wish
Yeah.
I started shooting back then.
Oh, me too.
I would,
I
me too.
feel very fortunate. I'm really thankful I got into it early at a good age.
Yep.
If a girl your age or even younger than you came up to you, struck up a conversation or whatever, and was wanting some advice about archery, about how to get started or how to handle the pressure, anything archery related, do you have like a gem of Bailey wisdom that you would share with her? What's one thing that you would really stress to a new girl coming into the sport?
Well, I think the most important thing is finding someone who knows more than just the basics to it. Because I was lucky. I got I got started with someone who knew what they were talking about, so immediately I was getting my form down good, how not leaning back. My jaw length wasn't, too long for me. I think finding someone who can tell you what is right and what's wrong is really important.
That is really
'Cause
good
that sets-
advice.
Yeah, and that sets a foundation, a beginning foundation, and then you can spread your wings from there. Just,
I like that.
you know what?
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's a great piece of advice for not even.
Just anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody starting in
Just-
archery.
It really is for anyone.
Right.
And I would also tell that person that they can ask me any questions, and I would be more than happy to help.
That's good.
How do you feel about coaching a 45-year-old woman?
How about 52? And by the way, I sent you a friend request. This is Barbara. I sent you a friend request.
Okay.
And that's official on
All right.
podcast now, so if you don't accept it,
Right. You're on the spot.
You're on the
so,
spot.
Really
I'll announce it on the next one.
We use this podcast thing for a lot of unwritten law.
we blackmail people.
I'll be sure to accept it.
Good. No, I really just want to see your updated photo when you change your Bowtech shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good one.
Find a boyfriend and say he can only be your boyfriend if you can put an apple on his head and shoot it off.
There you go.
My
Yeah.
gosh. Horrible advice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Horrible
bad advice. Darn.
No
We'll see
one
how much
ever
you
do
trust
that.
And then change that to your new profile picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make it an app. Go a step further.
Only if there's no blood.
That
If there's blood,
is
that
some
might not
good
make a good
advice.
profile
She's
picture.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, she
I
is.
think she could do it. I think she could do it.
Oh man.
Oh, I hope.
So I assume now, Bailey, did you go to Foley? I know you were at Texas and Georgia. Were you at Foley too?
No, I didn't go to Foley. I don't remember what. Oh, I think Foley was during state or something.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it conflicted with another shoot.
I think so.
Yeah, it was like something else. I
Yeah.
don't
It was
remember what
Missouri State.
That sounds
It
familiar.
was.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoy state, so
Well, are you planning
I
on
went
hitting the rest of the ASAs? Are you going to go to the rest
I
of
am.
them? Good. Very good.
The last one, I should be able to make it, but you never know.
The
I may
classic.
not, but I should be able to.
Yeah.
Will that be
You
close to starting time for school, or is that?
No, I usually go on vacation, and that one's really far from me. So, but I should be able to, hopefully.
Well, the rest of us crazy people who are farther north than you, who are planning to go to it, no excuses there. All right.
Oh, okay.
You have to go.
All right, I won't use that excuse then.
Okay. Very good. Vacation.
You better
Who
watch
needs a
out.
vacation?
She'll probably ask for a ride, Julie.
She might.
She.
I might need a buddy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I could stand being in the car with Vince that long.
Oh yeah, I met him over the weekend.
Oh yes. Yes. Once you meet Vince, you don't forget
He leaves
it.
a lasting
Oh,
impression.
Yes, he does. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a creeper impression. Sometimes it's. Yeah.
Now be
That's definitely what I was
nice.
thinking.
Is that what you were thinking?
I'm just joking.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I love it. There was this creeper in the woods.
Yeah, this weird guy, and he was peeing. And sorry, that's a joke that Vince is always
Wee-weeing in the
weeing
woods.
in the woods.
We caught him
Sorry.
in Paris. Was that it?
So, yeah, sorry, Bailey, to scar
Oh,
you with
man.
that.
You may have to share some of your wisdom with him.
Listen,
Oh yeah, maybe.
she is shot with some. I'm sure you've been in groups with men at 3Ds. Do they ever really go to the Johnny on the spot, or do they run off behind targets?
They
and-
just tell you not to look.
Hey,
Turn
I
around.
gotta go
Oh
look.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do that.
Yeah.
But just don't look.
Yeah, just don't look.
Yeah.
Don't turn around.
That's my advice for that.
You really got to be worried though if they run in behind targets with like a roll of toilet paper. That
Yeah. Don't lose an arrow.
Oh
It's staying back there.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, there we go. There's our downhill slide
Yes.
It
on our
had to
podcast.
happen.
It had to happen. It's inevitable.
It does kind of does. It's Annalicia's fault.
No. It's always my fault.
Oh.
Well,
heavens.
you have been a really good impromptu person to call up and to do this podcast with. We
Thank you.
wanted to do some fun and some different little things, and you really made that kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, good.
Yeah,
are you at work right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Well-
paying you?
By the hour.
Don't tell
know.
them to
I
listen to
heard-
this. See, now I was really working hard.
Yeah.
I've been fletching arrows the whole
I was
time.
working on a bow.
Yeah.
Took me a while.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you want to say where you're working at? I mean, or did you
Hideaway.
Hideaway? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah, it's Hideaway.
okay.
Hideaway.
Well, they got a free commercial.
They did get a free
Yeah. There you
commercial.
go.
So say, hey,
I
I
should
should
get-
get paid
yeah, I
for
know.
this.
Right.
Hideaway, where's it located?
In Carthage,
Oh,
Missouri,
Carthage.
right by the drive-in.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
Head over to
Yeah.
Hideaway and
How-
say hi to Bailey.
How long have they been there? Has that shop been there a long time?
I think it's been like 6 or 7 years,
Okay,
so
so a bit.
not that long. Yeah, a bit. So
Mhm.
it's a small shop. A lot of shooting lanes, so we have league out here and some tournaments
How
every once in a
many
while.
shooting lanes do you have in your indoor range?
There's 12 plus 2 for the youth, which is
Okay.
10 yards.
Yeah. Right on.
Gotcha.
So 20 and an outdoor range.
Oh, there is an outdoor. Is it like a field range or just
No, they're just like the
right?
target butts, and you can get out to like 80 yards. Well, if you're me, you can get out to like 150. So pretty awesome.
What do
Where
you do? Like across the road?
Do you
and
stand in
through
the drive-in?
yard?
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
the
in
drive-in.
the neighbor's yard.
Doing it right then.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, Bailey, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. It's been a lot of fun talking to you. You've been a great guest. You've been a good
Yeah,
sport.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be talking
Thank
to
you.
you again. You are welcome. Thank you.
All right.
We'll
Thanks,
see you,
Bailey.
We'll see you,
Bailey.
Bailey.
See ya.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot
was.
of fun.
She was a good sport, too.
She was.
And she's good to talk to. She's.
Are we going to try to call someone else? Should we try to call?
I think we should. We're recording, potty mouth.
Helicopter.
There's a bow dude in the room. I repeat, there's a bow dude in the room.
We could call him. Ask him about his flying archer interview.
Yeah.
Oh, we could. Hmm.
Just put him on.
Oh, he's always trying to butt into our podcast. Have you noticed that?
He's wanting to be an honorary diva.
An
too.
honorary. He's the biggest diva.
Do you want a cup? You want a cup?
Thanks. Now I'm going to have to edit that.
I don't know. I don't know if it picked
Yes,
up.
we're recording. Great. Thanks.
That's exactly what Keith does. Every time I say, hey, I'm trying to video you so I can put it up on Facebook, he says more.
All right. So what do we want to do? You want to put phones on him, or do we want to call somebody?
I don't know. Let's just. Who
Let's
else?
phone a
what other
friend.
phone numbers do you got?
Oh.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Let's see. How
It's
long have we been recording?
BowDivas, phone a friend. We've been 44 minutes.
Okay, we can get like a little call in, can't we?
We can. All right, here. You want to call that number right there?
No, I need my glasses. You got tiny print. I can't see.
So we're going to surprise another
Okay.
archery friend, and
Does this person know we're calling them?
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
They will know.
They may have
now.
given up on us and gone to bed or something.
It's time to phone a friend.
They're getting kind of old.
I'm texting this person. I just put, we calling you. answer.
You better answer.
I don't care if you have other stuff going on in your life. Talk to us. We should do this every time. We should just randomly dial people. Hello?
Me again?
Oh! She said, "Is it me again?"
I did it. I am sorry. No, it's this.
We loved
Skype
you
thing.
so much that we just decided to call you back.
This is round 2.
I thought you guys were gonna say you didn't push the record button or something.
Oh, well,
no.
yeah, I've been known to do that, so
She just
I was like, oh
looked.
great.
I just like quadruple
Double-checked.
checked. You're right. No, we were actually going to
Phone a random
we
friend.
phone
still
another
need
random
to
friend, and
Call a random friend.
I don't know, Barb.
Oh,
Skype and Barb
Well,
aren't getting along
Me and
tonight.
Skype, no, we are not. No.
All
All
right.
right. Sorry we
Sorry,
interrupted work
Bailey.
again.
no, you're fine.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Me again?
Me again?
And the first thing I was like, it's a weird voice.
What?
Here we go again.
It's like that time we called Jack,
And we thought we were calling Christy, and
and he was like, "Hello."
hello. I was like, wow.
Here, give me that number again. Okay, I'm gonna watch it close and make sure it actually.
Okay.
We're phoning a friend.
We're phoning
We're
a friend.
phoning a
It's
friend.
a mystery
It's
guest.
a lifeline. What was that show?
A million.
Yeah, something like.
Cash cab.
Cash
I loved Cash Cab, by the way.
I loved Cash Cab too. That was a great
Are
show.
You Smarter Than Fifth Grade got taken off because we're all a bunch of dummies.